कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानाथं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पतीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसम् रामायणमहामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशम् अक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वादात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमद राक्षसान्तकं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायणमहानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीद् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भय सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। After successfully accomplishing many tasks, Hanumanji he set out to meet Rama return journey. If we have really done good in this world, we look forward to a return journey. We are not afraid because what we need set to accomplish has been completed. And that is why it is said, Pretyaha Amritam Gachanti. Those who have completed their task, after leaving this physical body, they are to reach the immortality. Though Hanumanji completed a part of the task only of the problem. The problem still exists. What? Sita is still captured. She is not free. But as a first step towards releasing her is to first of all discover where she is. And that is accomplished. वैसा ही हम क्यों बद्ध है इसका पहले जानना चाहिए. Why I am bound, what I am bound with, what is the cause of my bondage and suffering, ये पहले मालूम होना चाहिए. We have to understand this. Pratama avagamanam. Pratama avagamanam means first knowledge or primary knowledge. एक गुरु ही दे सकता है. People who are in bondage cannot talk about bondage and their release of the bondage. Because तुम भी bound हो, मैं भी बंद हूँ. You are also bound and I am also bound. Why are you? And how are you able to talk about release? What we are doing is, I have a disease, you have a disease, I have a cure for your disease, and you may be having a cure for my disease, but still at the end of the day, both of us are sick. Somebody who is not part of this bondage alone can truly give us a solution. However, here Hanumanji has only began the solution. Until then, there was no solution. So when he was returning, obviously he is very jubilant. But the mightiness with which he completed the task is so laudable, so praiseworthy. And as he was leaving from Lanka, he was leaving with the same amount of anger that he had for Ravana. That is the reason why, even though it looks very destructive, he had done enough damage to Lanka, and then he met Sita. And Sita ji said, now go back and make sure that you accomplish the task of conveying the message to Rama, and I want him to come to rescue me. Yes, that is the command of the mother. He has set out, but while setting out also, he made sure that he makes maximum damage to the place, so that Ravana would realize he is not dealing with an ordinary person. So here, in verse number 42 onward, we'll see in canto number 56 of Sundarakanda. Satata piditastena
सतता पीडितस्तेन
Kina parvadottamah
कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः
Rasavividai bhutaihi
ररासविविधैर्भूतैः
Avishat vasudhatalam
प्राविशद् वसुधातलम्
Pamanaischa shikaraihi
कम्पमानैश्च शिखरैः
Padatvirabhischa drumaihi
पतद्भिरपि च द्रुमैः
Tasyoruvekanmatitaha
तस्योरुवेगोन्मथिताः
Padapa pushpashalinah
पादपा पुष्पशालिनः
Vidurbhutale bhagnaha
निपेतुर्भूतले भग्नाः
Krayudahata iva
शक्रायुधहता इव
Kandarodara samsthanam
कन्दरोदरसंस्थानां
Pidithanam mahojasam
पीडितानां महौजसां
Simhanam ninado bhimo
सिंहानां निनदो भीमो
Nabo bindan hi shushruve
नभोभिन्दन् हि शुश्रुवे
Trastavya Trastavya viddhavasana
त्रस्तव्या विद्धवसना
Yakili
व्याकुलीकृतभूषणाः
विद्याधर्यः समुत्पेतुः विद्याधर्यः समुत्पेतुः
विद्याधर्यः समुत्पेतुः
सहसा धरणीधरात्
सहसा धरणीधरात्
अतिप्रमाणा बलिनः
अतिप्रमाणा बलिनः
दीप्तजिह्वा महाविशाः
दीप्तजिह्वा महाविशाः
निपीडत शिरोग्रीवाः
निपीडितशिरोग्रीवाः
व्यवेष्टन्त इमः हयः
व्यवेष्टन्तमहाहयः
तेन कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः पीडितः तदा Uttama Parvataha, the mighty mountain called Arishta, is being Piditaha, disturbed extremely where he was standing to take off. vividaihi bhutaihi pravishat vasudatalam and kampamanaischa shikaraihi padatbhirabi sadrumaihi. And the very mountain that was there, and all the living beings, vividaihi bhutaihi rarasa, they were shrieking, screaming. Vasudatalam pravishat, they entered into the earth, the whole mountain. Shikaraihi kampamanaischa, being their summits are being shaken up wildly. Padadbihi drumaihischa, and all the trees are also started to fall down. It's like a big earthquake happening. When an earthquake happens, we all know how everything is uncontrollably shaking. And interesting thing is, if you are also shaking, if you are standing and something is moving about and you can see it, you are also moving. Then what happens? Then you cannot do anything about it, because it's like sitting inside a flight and the whole flight is moving like this. You are not standing outside to look at it. So, tasya uruvega unmaditaha. Uruvega, the movement of his thighs as he was standing there on the mountains. Unmaditaha padapaha, being pressed by his movement of the thighs. All the trees, pushpashalinaha, filled with the flowers, nipeduhu bhutale, they all fell down on the floor, on the earth, bhagnaha, broken, like what? Shakrayuda hataiva, as though being struck by the ayuda, which is lightning, vajrayuda of Indra. When lightning takes place, they come and strike right on the top of the tallest one. That's why they put that tower, just to make sure that it doesn't break it. Tall buildings have that one small little protrusion there, so that the lightning that comes gets attracted to that, and it is straight connected to the earth, so that the building is saved. But the tall trees which are burnt as though struck by the Shakra Ayuda, Indra Ayuda. Kandara Udara Samsthanam Pididanam Mahojasam. Mahojasam Pididanam. Mahojas here, Hanuman. The one who has a mighty power being oppressed by him. Simhanam Kandara Udara Samsthanam. The lions which are lying down or residing in the caverns or caves of the mountain. Bhimaha ninadaha, their big sound which they make, nabo bindan hishushruve. It as though resounding again and again, because being shouted or made big garjana inside the cave has broken the space as though. Trasta vidya vasanaha vidyadaryaha. Vidyadaraha, vidyadari. Vidyadari means feminine. Vidyadaraha, male, plural. Vidyadaryaha, female, plural. Meaning the women Vidyadaras, the wives of all the Vidyadaras, who are there in that very mountain. Trasta vyavidda vasanaha, being very afraid, and their clothes have been disheveled or moved away. Vyakilikrita bhushanaha, being highly agitated, and their ornaments are falling apart. Samutpeduhu, they got up at once. Sahasa dharani dharat, from their place where they were lying down or sitting, they got up, woke up as though, because this place was resided by great rishis and munis, etc. also. So, at the same time, Deepta Jihva Mahavishaha Mahahayah. Ahi means a snake. Ahi. Ahayah, snakes, plural. Mahahayah. Ahayah. The huge snakes, which are Mahavishaha Deepta Jihvaha. Very intense, they have the fangs with most dangerous poison there. Balinaha, strong and powerful. Adipramanaha, very well formed, which are very well, mighty in their stature. They also nipidida shirogrivaha. They are being oppressed by the power of Hanuman there. Their head and body, a neck, etc., are nipidida, being oppressed. Veche vyaveshtanta, vyaveshtante, they coiled themselves, they buried their head and neck and etc. within themselves and coiled. Kim naro uraga gandharva
किन्नरोरगगन्धर्व
yaksha vidyadharastata
यक्षविद्याधरास्तथा
iditam tam nagavaram
पीडितं तं नगवरम्
yaktva gaganamastitaha
त्यक्त्वा गगनमास्थिताः
tacha bhumidhara shriman
स च भूमिधरः श्रीमान्
बलिनाथेन पीडितः
बलिना तेन पीडितः
अवृक्षशिखरोदग्रः
सवृक्षशिखरोदग्रः
अविवेशरसातलम्
प्रविवेशरसातलम्
दशयोजनविस्तारम्
दशयोजनविस्तारम्
विस्तारम् त्रिंशद्योजनमुच्चितः
त्रिंशद्योजनमुच्छ्रितः
धरण्यां समतां यातः
धरण्यां समतां यातः
स बभूव धराधरः
स बभूव धराधरः
सलिलङ्गूयिषु सलिलङ्गयिषुर्भीमम्
सलिलङ्घ इषुर्भीमम्
सलीलं लवणार्णवम्
सलीलं लवणार्णवम्
लोलात्पालवेलान्तम्
कल्लोलास्फालवेलान्तम्
उत्पपादनभो हरिः
उत्पपातनभो हरिः.
Various residents of that very Arishta mountain, Kimnara, Uraga, Gandharva, Yaksha, Vidyadharaha, heavens have been constantly persecuted by Ravana. And the residents of the heaven, wanting to not to be oppressed anymore by Ravana, they came to his place only. You don't disturb us, we'll come to your place. So that you don't unnecessarily come and disturb us. So they all came to his place and stayed. Kimnaraha, Kinnaras, Uragaha, the mighty snakes, Gandharvaha, the heavenly musicians, Yaksha, protectors of the wealth, because he has captured already Kubera. Kubera's wealth has been his cousin brother, actually stepbrother, not cousin brother, stepbrother. So all of them have been captured. So Yaksha, Vidyadharaha, those who are residents of heaven, who are protectors of even knowledge. Tata Pididam tam Nagavaram, because that Nagavaram, the best of the mountain, has been oppressed. Tyaktva, having given up their abodes there, they lifted themselves to suspended in the air. gaganam astitaha. Just let this whole thing get over. Let us move out of this place. Because unless the earthquake, the entire thing, so you can come. That's why they say come to the open space and stand there, so that you will not be. If it is anything falling, it will not fall on your head. So come into the open space and stay there. Similarly, here they came out into the open space and stood there. Such a bhumidaraha Sriman Balinatena Pididaha Savruksha Shikarodagraha Prabhivesha Rasatalam. So that Tena Balina Pididaha, that very mountain which is because of being disturbed and oppressed by Balina, Hanumata, because of Hanuman, Sriman Bhumidaraha, the very mountain has started to go into Savriksha Shikara Udagraha, Shikarodagraha. So, and also along with its summits and various trees, Rasatalam Prabhivesha, not just on the top, it is gone down to the netherworlds. That much it is oppressed. And the length and height of the mountain is also mentioned here. Dashayojana Vistar. Its width is almost 10 yojanas. And Trimshat yojanam uchitaha. Uchitaha means height. Height of it was 30 yojanas. 1 yojana is 8 miles. So 80 miles wide, 240 miles of height. Taranyam samatam gataha. It got completely flowed. Nowadays we have that called implosion. You might have heard that. Implosion. Implosion is where the huge buildings, when they want to get rid of, they don't destroy from outside, they will destroy from inside. If they put a particular kind of destructive element by which when it is blown like a bomb, the entire thing collapses inside. Without even disturbing the next building, just collapses. But of course, they have to evacuate that next neighborhood. It will implode. This is what happened with the Twin Towers also. What they did was when the flight got, the flight that attacked, they imploded. So the 2 towers went down. Nothing happened to the next ones. So implosion is called. So here also, Dharanyam Samatam Yataha Sa Babu Vadaradaraha. So they have become flattened and they become part of the earth only. And Saha Hanuman Lilangayushu Ishuhu. Lilangayushu means Langitum Ichuhu. Desirous of crossing over, leaping over. Desire to leap over. Lilangayushu. Bhimam Salilam Lavarnavam. What is that he want to cross over? Lavarnavam. Lavarnavam. The very abode of the mighty amount of salt ocean. Salilam, sportingly. Not with an effort. Sportingly wanting to cross over. Kallola Velantam Utpapada Nabo Harihi. Harihi Utpapada. He raised himself into the sky, and while the waves of the ocean splashing over him. So nowadays you have seen that people who do the water sports of surfing over the water. So they are happy with the waves. When the waves come, they just go above it and then come down. So that's all they do as a sport. And that sometimes they will, being chased by the waves, they go faster than that. So that they will not be hit by the waves, but they go faster than the waves as though chasing them. This is all done by Hanuman already. Yeah, we have done surfing a long time back. So the one is wanting to cross the ocean and being lashed out by the kallola, kallola, kallolat, Phala Velanta. Velanta is the waves there. So Phala Velanta, splashing, Phala Velanta, splashing on the shores. Kallola, the waves. Kallolat, Phala Velantam, Utpavata. From there, from the splashing waves on the shores, he started to rise up. Also, the ocean was agitated because of the falling of that Arishta mountain. That is also there. So he had moved out of that entire place. It rose up to the sky. Ityarse Srimad Ramayane Valmiki Adikavye Sundarakande Shat Panchashaha Sargaha. 56th canto. It's completed. Now he is heading towards the final destination of his returning home. Aplupya cha mahavegah
आप्लुत्य च महावेगः
Pakshavan iva parvatah
पक्षवानिव पर्वतः
Ujanga yaksha gandharva
भुजङ्गयक्षगन्धर्व
Prabhuddha kamalotpalam
प्रबुद्धकमलोत्पलम्
Achandra kumudam ramyam
सचन्द्रकुमुदं रम्यम्
Arka karandavam shubham
सार्ककारण्डवं शुभम्
Tishyasravana kadambam
दिश्यश्रवणकादम्बम्
Abrashaivala shadvalam
अभ्रशैवलशाद्वलम्
Punarvasu mahaminam
पुनर्वसुमहामीनम्
Lohitanga mahagraham
लोहिताङ्गमहाग्रहम्
Airavata mahadvipam
ऐरावतमहाद्वीपम्
Swadhihamsa vilasitam.
स्वातीहंसविलासितम्
We'll finish that and the next page we'll go into. Anyway, we'll finish up to this point. Vadasanghada jalormihi
वातसङ्घातजालोर्मिः
Chandram shushishiram bhuvad
चन्द्रांशु शिशिराम्बुमत्
Hanuman aparipshrantah
हनूमानपरिश्रान्तः
Plube gaganarnavam
पुप्लुवे गगनार्णवम्
Hanuman aparishrantah Pupluve. Plava means to cross. Plavam, that which is also called a plavam is a boat also. Hanuman aparishrantah. Hanuman without any tiredness, gaganarnavam pupluve. He actually did not cross the ocean. He swam in the sky. This is the beauty of Valmiki. On the way he would explain, he was swimming across the sky, not the ocean. Gagana Arnavam Pupluve. So explaining how sky became an ocean. Just like a boat or a ship or a sailing boat, how it will cross over an ocean. In the same way, Hanumanji is now crossing the mighty, huge space. Therefore, leaping aplutya cha mahavegaha pakshavaniva parvataha. Parvataha pakshavaniva. So he was appearing like a huge mountain with wings, because he has not reduced his size. After leaving Sita, he took the mighty form with which he came also. The same mighty form he took, and it looked like he was a mountain with wings. And also Bhujanga, Yaksha, Gandharva, Prabuddha, Kamalotvalam. And as we saw, that all the residents of that Arishta mountain, they have suspended on the air. So they all looked like various beautiful blossoming lotuses. Just like what will happen on the water, the lotuses will be fully blossomed. In the same way, on the sky, these creatures were all lying there. They were looking like lotuses on the ocean sky ocean. Bhujanga, the snakes, yakshas, Gandharvas, musicians, and also Gandharva, Prabuddha Kamalotvalam. All they are Prabuddha. They are opened up, blossomed flowers. And the moon was looking like a lily flower. Chandra Kumudam, Ramyam. And also the waterfall which will be found in the water is none other than Sun Mandalam. Sarka Kandavam Shubham. The Surya, solar, will look like a waterfall there lying on the floor and the water. Then here Tishya and Shravana. These two stars look like Kadambam, as the beautiful goose, and Abra Shaivala Shatvalam, and also the Abra Shaivala Shatvalam. So the clouds that were there, white clouds, they were looking like the greasy spots on the side of on the shores of the ocean. Punarvasu looked like a Mahaminam, like a mighty shark there. Lohita Anga, the Mars that is there found on the sky is none other than Mahagraham, is the mighty crocodile. Airavata, the Airavata which is found in the heavens, looking like Mahadvipam, like a mighty huge island, because the Airavata he also was disturbed and he was there lying there on the sky looking at him. So Airavata, Indra's elephant, also is there. It looked like a beautiful, lonely, big island found in the ocean. And then Swati Nakshatra looked like a Hamsa. And Vilasitam, Hamsa Vilasitam. It's nothing like the beautiful Hamsa bird. Hamsa is a swan. Then Vada Sangada Jalormihi. So the billow which is being disturbed by the wind. Vada Sangada Jala Urmi. Chandramshu Shira Ambumat. Chandra Amshu, and the moon rays of the very cool water. Chandramshu look like a cool waters of the ocean, the rays of the moon. So this way he was crossing the sky ocean. Grasamana ivakasham.
Grasavana ivakasham.
Taradipa.
Taradipami.
Is written there. Taradipam ivollikan.
Taradipam ivolikhan.
Aranniva Arannivasa nakshatram.
Harannivasa nakshatram.
Gaganam Shargamandalam.
Gaganam sarkamandalam.
Aparama paribrantaha Aparama parishrantaha.
Ap, apa,
Aparam,
aparam.
aparam aparishrantaha.
Aparam aparishrantah.
Sambudim samagahata.
Sambudhim samagahata.
Numan megajalani.
Hanuman meghajalani.
Vikarshan nivagachati.
Vikarshan nivagachati.
Andararunar varnani.
Pandurarunavarnani.
Neelamanchishtakani cha.
Neelamanchishthakani cha.
Haritaruna
Haritarunavarnani.
Mahabrani chakashire.
Mahabhrani chakashire.
Pravishannabrajalani.
Pravishanabhrajalani.
Nishkramancha punah.
Nishkramanscha punah punah.
Prakashascha prakashascha.
Prakashascha prakashascha.
Chandrama iva drishyate.
Chandrama iva drishyate.
Vivirabra ganapanna. Vividagra. Vividagra ganapanna.
Vividhabhra ghanapanna.
Gocharo dhavalambaraha.
Gocharo dhavalambarah.
Drishyadrishytanurviraha.
Drishyatanurvirah.
Tata chandraya dembare.
Tatha chandrayatembare.
Arkshyamano gagane.
Tarkshyayamano gagane.
Sababau vayunandanaha.
Sababhau vayunandanah.
Narayan mega vrindani.
Dharayan meghavrindani.
Ishpadanscha punah punah.
Nishpatanscha punah punah.
Akasham grasamana iva. Grasanam is to devour, swallow. So, Akasham grasama, as though he is swallowing the entire space. Tara Deepa Deepagrivolikan. Tara Deepam. Tara Adipam, sorry. Tara Adipam means the Lord of the stars. Who is another than Chandrama? Chandrama, this moon, is called Taradipa. Taradipam iva ullikan, as though he is scratching the moon. He is going there as though he is going to scratch the moon there. Haran iva sa nakshatram, along with all these various stars, gaganam sa nakshatram haran iva, as though he is carrying taking away all the stars of the sky, along with the sky, sa arkamandalam, and also solar orb. Aparam, aparishrantam, crossing over without any kind of tiredness. Ambudim samagahata, he just lived in that. Below is none other than the ocean. Above that is the sky. Hanuman megajalani vikarshan ivagachati. And as he was moving, obviously the clouds are not only disturbed, they followed him. And so as though he is a akarshan niva, vikarshan niva, he is just dragging them out. He is dragging along with him. Or see, when you see a rocket or you see any jet when it goes, so you will see the stream of all the very the clouds formed there. of course, out of the stream of the. So it looked like they are all just chasing him back. He's also dragging them all. And these clouds that were there, which is being dragged by Hanuman, what are they? Pandura, Aruna, Varnani. They are white and black clouds. Neela, Neelam, Neela Manjushtakani. So Neela, blue, Manjushta is yellow colors, Harita, green, Aruna, red, Varnani, Maha Abrani, Chakashire. All of them are shining there of different colors on the sky. And that's a beauty if you see during the sunset or sunrise where the place is splattered with a lot of clouds. You see how the whole place is transformed into such a brilliant colors, blue, red, green, yellow, white, black. So those are seen beautifully on the sky. Among that he was crying, he was traveling. And he entered into some of the clouds and then came out of it. You might have seen sometime the flight also, you look at the, or even the moon, as though dancing among the clouds, going in and out. Pravishan abrajalani, entering into them of the net of all the clouds, nishkramascha, again coming out, punah punah, again and again. Prakasha aprakashascha, seen and unseen. Chandrama iva drishyate. He is seen like a beautiful moon who is just playing with the clouds, going in and out, seen or unseen. Vivida abragana apanna gocharaha. So being Davalambara. So Davala Ambara. So the wearing the white cloth on his body, he looked like Vivida Abra Apanna Gocharaha. So he, the one who is moving among the clouds with the white cloth on his body, Drishya Adrishya Tanuhu. His body seen sometime, not seen sometime. Viraha Tata Chandrayate Ambare. Ambare Chandra Ayate. He appeared like moon. It became the second moon as though like so bright. And also the speed in which he was going, he looked like Garuda. Tarkshayamano Gagane. Tarkshya means the very Garuda was the vehicle of Vishnu. Tarkshayamano Gagane. And sa Babao Vayu Nandanaha, the delight of the Vayu, he became like a Garuda there. Dharayan Meghavrindani, as though cutting through all the clouds there. Nishpadanscha punapunaha, again and again appearing and disappearing. So this way, Hanumanji set out on the sky, going towards meeting Sri Rama. And not as he was very quiet. As he was going, you might have seen or heard when a very powerful flight is going, especially the fighter flights. They are not quiet. Most of the jets are quiet and the Boeing and other things. But when it is fighter flights, they make really a big sound. They are much more powerful at tearing the sky and going. And when they are at the top of that, then the sky, when they are going, they make huge sound. Even actually other flights are also making big sound, because inside the flight you do not know. When you stand outside, it's intolerable sound. And this way they were all wearing this huge thing. They have to constantly, be in that area, and it is, heavy sound they make. Because the thick glasses they put inside the airport, the panels, and also inside the flight, the 3-4 layers of thick glass there. That's why you think ting 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 music. But outside, huh? It is such a huge noise. So, even as Hanumanji, who was going such a speed, tearing the sky, he was really making big sound there. So that is said here, Nadannadena Mahata
न तन्नादेन महता
Meghasvanamaha Svanaham
मेघस्वनमः स्वनः
Pravaran Rakshasan Hatva
प्रवरान् राक्षसान् हत्वा
Avishrabhya Chatmanah
नाम विश्राव्य चात्मनः
Akulam Nagarim Krutva
आकुलां नगरीं कृत्वा
Gatayitva Charavanam
व्यथयित्वा च रावणम्
Ardayitva Mahaviran
अर्दयित्वा महावीरान्
Idehim Abhivadya Cha
वैदेहीम् अभिवाद्य च
Ajagama Mahatejaha
आजगाम महातेजाः
Punarmadhyena Sagaram
पुनर्मध्येन सागरम्
Parvatendram Sunabam Cha
पर्वतेन्द्रं सुनाभं च
Samupasprushya Viryavan
समुपस्पृश्य वीर्यवान्
Ya Mukta Iva Narajo
ज्यामुक्त इव नाराचो
Okay. Mahavegambuyuga Mahavegombyabukama Mahavegopyuva Yubhagamat
महावेगोऽभ्युपागमत्
Sakinchid Arad Sampraptah
स किञ्चित् आरात् सम्प्राप्तः
Amalokya Mahagirim
समालोक्य महागिरिं
Indram Mega Sankashah
महेन्द्रं मेघसङ्काशम्
Sankashah Mega Sankashah only Nanada Samaha Kapihi
ननाद स महाकपिः
Sapurayama Sakabihi
सपूरयामास कपिः
Shodasha Samantatah
दिशो दश समन्ततः
Dannadena Mahata
न दन्नादेन महता
Megasvanamaha Svanah
मेघस्वनमः स्वनः
Tadam Desham Anupraptah
सतं देशम् अनुप्राप्तः
Ruddarshanalalasah
सुहृद्दर्शनलालसः
Nadasu Mahanadam
ननादसु महानादम्
Angulam Chapyakampayat
लाङ्गूलं चाप्यकम्पयत्
Asya Nanadyamanasya
तस्य नानद्यमानस्य
Varnacharite Pati
सुपर्णाचरिते पथि
Alativasya Goshena
फलतीवास्य घोषेण
Gaganam Sarkamandalam
गगनं सार्कमण्डलम्
Mahata Nadena Nadan. Nadan means to Nadanam Nadam Krutva. The one who is making the sound Nadena Mahata Nadena with a huge sound. Interesting thing is, see, today's world we know that when you tear the sky and move, there is a big sound is created. But how does Valmiki know what sound would be created when you tear up into the sky? How do they know? Today we know that when you have flights, etc., when they go into the sky, they make big sound. How does he know that when anything goes into the sky, it will make sound? That is Valmiki. See, they had those kind of things at that time also. Vimanas were there, but we think they were all technologically not advanced. They know what happens when you tear into the sky. That huge sound. Meghasvana Mahahvanaha. Like a thunder. Like a thunder, he was making huge sound. Rakshasan, who is he? None other than He the one who accomplished many things, like what? Rakshasan, Pravaran Mag Rakshasan Hatva, having destroyed mighty Rakshasas, Atmanaha Nama Vishravya, establishing or making his name famous among them. Next time when they hear, that's all, they will fall down. Hanuman bhi nahi chahiye. Who is coming? Fall down. Why? Because you are talking about Hanuman. So he made sure that his name is very well known. Not only his name, Ramaduta in that way. Akulam Nagarim Krutva, having made the entire Lanka become so agitated, Vyatayitvacha Ravanam, agitating even, causing great fear in Ravana. Ardayitva Mahaviran, having destroyed all the mighty heroes of Lanka. Vaidehim Abhivadyacha, having saluted with reverence to Vaidehi also. Mahatejaha Punarmadhyena Sagaram Ajagama. He now reached the middle of the mighty ocean on the sky. Now remember, he said while going, when he was stopped by Mainaka, he said, now I am not going to stop. I am going on a task. And you want me to relax? No, I am not going to do this. So he just thanked her and moved out. Now is the time. Now he has accomplished. Would he take a rest? No. See, this is the greatness of a true worker. No rest. What? He finds his rest only in the work itself. From such a mighty hero, having completed all this, as he passing by, he saw the Mainaka looking at him. Now what? Parvata Indram Sunabam. Sunaba here to be understood as Mainaka. Cha Samut Prishya. He just touched, saying that now, the touching will sufficient, like a blessing. And then he moved out. Samut Prishya Viryavan Jamuktaha, as though like a shot, arrow shot from the bow. Jamukta iva narajaha Mahavegaha, with such a speed, Apyubagamat, he started to proceed further. Sa kinchitarat sampraptaha, to some extent he reached near Mahagirim Samalokya. He started seeing the Mahendra mountain. From where he started? He reached that, he went near the, having near Arat Sampraptaha, close to the proximity of Mahendra mountain, Samalokya, seeing Mahagirim Mahendram, Mega Sangashaha, the one who is looking like a mighty cloud, Mahakapihi Nanada Saha. He started making big sound there. Sapurayamasa Kapihi Disho Dasha Samantata. With that sound, he covered the entire 10 sides of the sky. East, west, north, south, southeast, northwest. So 4 sides. What are the 4? Right? And also other 4. Northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. 4 plus 4, 8. Then up and down. So 10 directions his sound was resounding. Purayamasa kabir disho dasha samantataha nadannadena mahata megasvana mahasvanaha, creating a thunder-like sound everywhere. Satam desham anupraptaha, reaching that very Mahendra mountain, closer to that point where all the other his teammates, his retinue was waiting, and they were not waiting on the top of the mountain, obviously. They were waiting probably in the proximity of the mountain, Suhrut Darshana Lalasaha. He, the one who's desirous of seeing all his teammates, who are all still wondering what happened to him because no news came from him. Instagram was cancelled, Twitter was not available, Facebook doesn't work. So none of the ways through which he can convey to them, nor they get to communicate. So none of them are available. So they were all wondering, he disappeared from the Mahendra mountain, what happened? No news. So they were sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for so many days. So now the sound only came. What is this sound? Nanada sumahanadam langulam cha apyakampayat cha api akampayat. He making the sound and he started to shake his tail in such a speed. Tasya nanadyamanasya. He having made that kind of a sound following the path of Garuda. Suparna charite pati. Following the very path which usually the Suparna, that is Suparna, the beautiful wings, one who has beautiful wings, that Garuda. And Falati iva asya goshena, by his sound, as though Gaganam Falati iva, cracking the very sky itself. Sa Arka Mandalam, along with the solar orb, the entire sky as though being broken. That much was the sound of Hanumanji when he was reaching the point where he started from. Etu tatrotare kole
ये तु तत्रोत्तरे कुले
samudrasya mahabalaha
समुद्रस्य महाबलाः
purvam samveshtita shuraha
पूर्वं संविष्ठिताः शूराः
Mayuputra didrikshavaha
वायुपुत्रदिदृक्षवः
Etu tatra uttare kule, at the northern shore of the ocean, Samudrasya, Mahabalaha, the mighty soldiers of Sugriva, Purvam Samvishtitaha. First, they are all surrounding that entire area, standing there. Shuraha, Vayuputra Didrukshavaha. Didrukshu, Drashtamichu, Didrukshavaha, those who are constantly desirous of seeing Vayuputra, Hanuman, they were waiting to see him. They were all there at the shore, northern shore of the mighty Indian Ocean, and they were all eagerly looking forward to him. Usual, this, what do you call that? TV dramas. Then what happened? Did he reach? Dot, 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 dot. So like that. Did he reach there? We'll stop there. Aganita
Aganita Bhushana Rama Asrita Vatsala Jaya Jaya Rama Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama Apad Bandhava Jaya Jaya Rama Dasarata Nandana Sri Rama Dasamukha Mardana Jaya Jaya Rama Kausalya Sutavardhana Rama Kamita Palada Jaya Jaya Rama Papa Vimochana Sri Rama Pattabhirama Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama Jaya Raghurama Jaya Siya Rama Vanara Sevita Sri Rama Varidi Vandana Jaya Jaya Rama Hanumat Pujita Sita Rama Sri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama पतित पावन सीताराम। श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय जय राम। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।